All this money on my mind is insane. Keep a couple bad in the range. We gon' shoot it in the air till it rain. We gon' do this every day, pressure. Look, so put the word out. The shorty want 100, I'm the one to put the bread out. And I just tell her pop that they gon' ask her how she do that. And she ain't teacher's pet, she had to learn her like a student. Yeah, she's so expensive. Alligator Birkin, she ain't stepping to Giuseppe. The type to hold it down, never tuck the girls that's messy. I mess with city girls in Miami like a Messi. Just in the Addy, I'll let you take a picture if you promise you won't tag me. And when I'm in the city, you know I gotta call her baddies. You know I gotta tip her for the mama, got a fatty.
Yo, what is good, guys? And today we are back with another YouTube video. But today we are going to be ranking quarterbacks going into next season. So every team starting quarterback we will be having ranked. So there's 32 teams in the NFL. We're going to be ranking the starting quarterbacks. So let's get into it. So at 32, this shouldn't really be that much of a surprise. Like, if it is to y'all, I don't know what to say. Tyler Show. Bro, seeing his college highlights, he was trash. But now he's on the Saints. Let's be honest. He's not going to develop on the Saints. Who's the Saints wide receiver? Chris Olave. And what's wrong with him? He gets hurt a lot of the time. And let's be honest. Who is motivated to play on the Saints in 2026? Let's be honest. But let's go into the next person. At 31, this person, I feel like this is a good spot. He just got traded or signed by the Jets. I can't remember which one. Geno Smith. Yo, he had a good season, like 3-4 years ago. Since then, he's been he's been all right, you know what I'm saying? But nothing special. Last season, he did horrible. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this should not be a surprise. At 30, we had the Cleveland Browns quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. I don't think he's all that. Even in college, I didn't think he was that good. He couldn't really beat the big schools. But I don't know. He had Travis Hunter and stuff. But yeah, I feel like this is a perfect spot for him. At 29, though, we got Malik Willis. Yo, I actually think he's a pretty solid. He has a solid baseline. And what I mean by that, I feel like he could actually be good in the NFL given the chance. He's now on the Dolphins, but Dolphins don't have Tyreek Hill no more or Jalen Waddle. So he's kind of cooked on the Dolphins. Who does he have to throw to? I genuinely don't even know any of their wide receivers or tight ends. I only know their running back, Devon Achane. That's all. But yeah, I feel like this is a good spot for him. At 28, I like this guy, Cam Ward. I like him. I respect him. He didn't have a lot of touchdowns last season, though. But it's the Titans. Let's be honest. Anybody goes to the Titans on their rookie season, they are not going to have the best season. But he wasn't having a lot of turnovers, though. He protected the ball, which is something I really like about him. At 27, I honestly don't even like this quarterback, Tua. Yo, he's a concussion machine. Ever since he got those 3, 4, 5 concussions in a whole entire season, he's been horrible since then. That's why the Dolphins don't want him anymore. But he's just not that good. He's on the Atlanta Falcons. And the whole reason why I said Tua is because I don't think Michael Penix is going to start next season. I think he's even worse than Tua. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really do anything that amazes me, wows me. At least Tua had maybe 1 to 2 plays that wowed me. His accuracy, it's all right. No, but yeah, I got Tua right here. And to be honest, even if I didn't have Tua and I had Michael Penix on the list, Michael Penix would still probably be in the same spot. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments. At 26, I personally don't know why this guy's not retiring yet, but Aaron Rodgers. He should just retire while he still can, you know what I'm saying? Retire off of a good note. Because you know for a fact, the Steelers are not winning a Super Bowl. Let's just keep it a buck. They are not winning a Super Bowl, so why even have him still play for y'all? He should just retire. At 25, we have a guy who makes horrible decisions on his rookie year with concussions and stuff, Jackson Dart. I don't know why he always tries to boom and then just gets cracked in his head, then he's out for a few games. Yo, slide to the ground if you want to run. Go out of bounds if you want to run. There's a reason why Lamar is a great rusher, but he knows when to go to the ground. There's a reason why Jaden Daniels is a good rusher. He knows when to go to the ground. So just go to the ground and you can be one of those good rushers. It's pretty simple. 24, we have a guy who's quite handily, single-handedly sold the playoff game last year for the Texans, CJ Stroud. I'm pretty sure he had 5 turnovers or something in that game. Yo, how does he do that bad? He had the defense carry them against the Steelers, then he fully sold the following week by himself. They would have won that game if it wasn't for him. They could have had a mediocre quarterback, but I bet you the quarterback who's mediocre would even have had 5 picks or whatever he had. But yeah, that's why I got CJ Stroud right here. At 23, we have a guy who could actually play football pretty solidly, but he just hasn't had crazy good wide receivers in his career. Jacoby Brissett. He's actually pretty solid in my opinion, but yeah, I got him right here. At 22, we got a rookie named Fernando Mendoza. I feel like he will start at some point if he doesn't start right away. He deserves it. He just won a national championship. I don't know. I personally feel like when teams try to sit their quarterback for a whole rookie year, they end up being worse. You know what I'm saying? Maybe sit him for the first 5 games maybe, and then start him so he can get all that play in. He can develop in actual game, and then coming on his sophomore year, he'll actually be really good. You guys might make the playoffs and stuff. But yeah, I got Fernando Mendoza right here. At 21, we got Kyler Murray. I feel like he'll actually have a pretty solid season. He's on the Vikings now. I feel like if you don't have a solid season on the Vikings, you are trash. That's why J.J. McCarthy is trash. Because, Kyler Murray, you got Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson. I think Aaron Jones is still on the team. There's no excuses. And let's be honest. You guys have a good head coach. Your defense is always pretty solid. Actually above. It's elite, superstar type of defense. And it's 1 under superstar probably. That's how I see your defense being next season. But yeah, I feel like Vikings will be back in the playoffs. At 20, I felt bad for this guy last year, Daniel Jones. I feel like he should have made playoffs, but they started off 8-1 or something, 7-0, then went to 8-1. They should have made playoffs, but Daniel Jones was playing hurt. Then once he went down, they got I forget who came back for them last season, to be honest. But yeah, I feel like this is a perfect spot for them. At 19, we got one of my favorite quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels. I felt so bad for this guy last year. He's so good, but yet he broke his arm or something. I remember he got tackled in the red zone last year, and his arm was dislocated. So I forget. But yeah, I think he is going to have a great season this season. I don't really know his receivers. He might still have Noah Brown maybe. Terry McLaurin's on the team still, but he's kind of iffy sometimes. They might bring back Debo or some veteran wide receiver like Keenan Allen or something. I don't know yet. But yeah, I feel like this is a perfect spot for him just because he got hurt last season. We got to see how he is after that injury. At 18, we got T-Law, Trevor Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is a perfect spot for him as well. But he does have games when he goes for 5 touchdowns, no picks. But the majority of the time, he's kind of iffy, you know what I'm saying? He has to really show why he was so good in college. He has to go back to that form. He has to just be great, you know what I'm saying? Now, to finish off the first half, we got Bryce Young. Bryce Young at 17, I feel like this is a good spot. You know what I'm saying? He's a great quarterback in my opinion, but he has to unlock the greatness. He made the playoffs last year. He actually played good in the playoffs, but he played the Rams against my favorite quarterback of all time, Matthew Stafford. You can't even really hate on it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely feel like this is the perfect spot for him. At 16, we got that man, Jalen Hurts. I feel like this is a perfect spot for him at 16. He's only really been able to do so much throughout his career because of O-line. That O-line blocks for him so good, but sometimes the O-line will look bad because Jalen Hurts will go to the one spot that is actually a horrible spot to stand at, and it's really his fault at the end of the day. He has a great defense, maybe one of the best defenses in the league. He has a great running back, a top 3 running back in the league. He had a great wide receiver core, the best O-line probably of all time. But yeah, I feel like this is a perfect spot for him. Like, A.J. Brown even wanted to leave him because he couldn't pass it in tight windows like every other quarterback in the league. But yeah, I feel like this is a perfect spot for him. At 15, we got Jordan Love. I feel like this is a perfect spot for him. He's definitely better than Jalen Hurts. Yeah, but I'm not sure if he's better than the next. I feel like he is a little worse than the next guy I got, okay? Like, just a slight bit worse. But let's go. So at 14, we got Caleb Williams. See, like, that's why I'm, like, a little nervous about this. Because Caleb Williams and Jordan Love, they're, like, on the same level. But Caleb Williams was having a little bit more clutch play last year. That's why I got him right here. But yeah, I feel like Caleb Williams is slightly better than Jordan Love. At 13, we got Drake May. So, last year, Drake May had like the easiest schedule in the league and stuff. And when he like played the Ravens or something, Lamar got hurt in that game. And they barely won that game. Like, I gotta see more of him against actual comp. You know what I'm saying? But even when he got into the playoffs, CJ Stroud had 5 turnovers. Bo Nix didn't even play in the playoff game they played. Like, I forget who they played in the first round. Like, it was all messed up last year. But let's see if they can actually go back to the playoffs with him. And maybe he'll be in the top 10 next year. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. At 12, I felt so bad for this guy, Bo Nix. Yo, he fought last year. But couldn't make the playoffs because, well, or couldn't make the Super Bowl because he got hurt. Like, why? Injuries are like the worst thing in sports. Like, literally. Because he probably would have made the Super Bowl. I'm not saying he would have won it, but it would have been closer because their defense was also great. Their offensive play was great. Like, it would have actually been a way better Super Bowl if they would have made it, but Bo Nix got hurt. So it just sucks. Felt bad for him last year. At 11, this guy, he was leading the NFL in, MVP race last year, but then fell off. Baker Mayfield. Yo, he is great. He is a great quarterback. I've not really hated on him since he left the Browns just because I'm a Ravens fan. Why would I want him in our division? But I do gotta say, if you're on the Browns, it's like a lost cause. But now that he's on the Buccaneers, yo, he's actually a great quarterback. And I can true-heartedly say that. You know what I'm saying? I actually got a lot of trust and belief that he will do something next year in the playoffs. But yeah, that's why I got him here. At 10, I got this guy here. Made the playoffs on a fully injured team, Brock Purdy. And the reason I got Brock Purdy right here is, to be honest with y'all, he is a great quarterback. But the reason is he doesn't let anything get in his head, I feel like. He is just going out there and producing at his highest level, I feel like. He's doing everything he possibly can. He was the last pick in the draft. And now he's leading the 49ers to the playoffs. Like, come on. You guys got to give him his, his flowers. But yeah. I mean, he did it Mac Jones too. Mac Jones actually played really good too. But Brock Purdy's great. Let's be honest. But yeah. Now coming in at number 9. This person's so close to Brock Purdy, but I feel like he's a little slightly better than Brock Purdy, Jared Goff. And the reason I'm putting Jared Goff here is, I don't know, he didn't make playoffs last year, but he didn't get hurt, I don't think, last year. But yet he had one of the most stacked teams last year. He has a great running back crew. He has a great wide receiver crew. He has a okay O-line. He's a pretty good defense, but couldn't make playoffs last year? That's the only thing. It's a little sus, but he's still a good quarterback. So yeah, that's why I have him right here. At number 8, we got Dak Prescott. Yo, Dak Prescott, he surprised me last year like crazy. I did not know he was going to do all of that. But I do have him at number 8, but I don't see him above any of the top 7. So coming in at number 7, we got Justin Herbert. The reason I got Justin Herbert at number 7 is he is one of the most glazed quarterbacks in the league, but he can't ever do anything in the playoffs. Like, even if he made the game close in the playoffs and played good in the playoffs, but still lost the game, I would probably have him a little higher. But he doesn't. I feel like when he gets into the playoffs, he'll have 4 picks. Like, he'll just throw picks after picks, fumbles after fumbles. Like, I remember against Jaguars, I think. He had 3 picks throughout the whole year. Plays the Jaguars in the wild card round, 4 picks. How? So, yeah, that's why I got him right here. Number 6, we got a Super Bowl champion, Sam Darnold. And the reason I got Sam Darnold here, don't hate the player, hate the game. No, I'm just playing. But all jokes aside, yo, he is so good. Since he got onto the, I was about to say the Timberwolves. Basketball brain. But yo, ever since he got on the Minnesota Vikings, bro, he's been good. He won 14 games on their team, I'm pretty sure. But then he lost in the wild card. Now he went to the Seahawks, won 14 games on their team. First player to do this since Tom Brady, by the way. Win 14 games in back-to-back seasons. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady did it with 16 games, then 14, or something like that. But, bro, he is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say, oh, no, it's the team, when he does it on 2 different teams in 2 back-to-back seasons. Come on. Yo, it's not that sweet. Come on. So, at number 5, a lot of y'all might hate on this, but I got Patrick Mahomes. Yo, he wasn't even going to make the playoffs before he got hurt last year. So I don't want people saying, oh no, he not make playoffs because he got hurt. He was already out of playoff contention, bro. He would have not have made it no matter what. So do not glaze him. And plus, he was healthy the whole season, by the way, until he got hurt at like the last game or maybe second to last game. He was already out of playoff contention. So yeah, that's why I got him right here. And plus, he has a good defense, good wide receiver core, good O-line. So there was no excuses for him. And he had a good coaching staff. So no excuses. That's why I got him right here. Now, at number 4, my favorite quarterback of all time. I was ecstatic when he won his first MVP. Probably his only MVP of his career, but his first MVP of his career. Matthew Stafford. Yo, he is your team's quarterback's favorite quarterback, I feel like. That is how he is. He is CJ Stroud's favorite quarterback, I think. Bro, he is the perfect quarterback, I feel like. But obviously he doesn't have all the Super Bowls to prove it, but he has one. One more than a lot of y'all's favorite quarterbacks. You know, he has MVP. Like, he's a great quarterback. If you guys hate on Matthew Stafford, you're just hating to hate. Now at 3, we got Josh Allen. I honestly was thinking about putting him below Matthew Stafford at first, but I was like, I don't really think I can right now because he's like younger and he's like, you feel me? But bro, he's a great quarterback, I won't lie, but he should have 0 MVPs. He stole that MVP from Lamar 2 seasons ago, and yeah, I feel like Lamar is definitely better than him, and the other person's better than him, Joe Burrow, but yeah, I definitely feel like this is a perfect spot for him. So at number 2, we got Joe Burrow. The reason I got Joe Burrow right here is truthfully. Just because he's a great quarterback. He's a perfect quarterback, just like Matthew Stafford. He does everything. I feel like he does a lot of things right. He just does not have a defense. His defense will allow 40 points in games, back-to-back weeks, back-to-back-to-back weeks sometimes. Like, if he had a better defense, let's say he had a defense like the Eagles, he probably would be a Super Bowl champion by now. But he doesn't, so he got to live with it. Now, the first player on this list is that man Lamar Jackson. The reason I got Lamar Jackson here is because he does a lot of things right. Basically everything right. He doesn't turn the ball over like crazy. He is a perfect, most accurate quarterback probably in the league. He actually has an arm, but people don't see that a lot of the time. But yo, he doesn't. I feel like with the Ravens and Lamar, it's like not their fault a lot of the time. It will just be fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll jump, tap the ball away, but next thing we know, it gets tipped into the other team's hand. Or like, I don't know, just fake stuff usually happens. So, like, I'm surprised a ball never went through a guy's face mask, went through the whole of the face mask, going the ear part, and then it was caught. Like, that's some fake stuff that just happens to the Ravens. But yeah, I feel like Lamar Jackson here is a perfect spot. But yeah, man, if you guys all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment your thoughts on this list in the comments below, share with some of your friends and family members. We are trying to get to 500 subs, and thank you, man. I'm out. Peace.